Okay, so we have the patch notes for Phase 2 of Legion Remix, and granted it's not a lot, but it's quite impactful, the tiny few things that have been changing. First of all, what is out in Phase 2? Well, most of you guys are probably playing Phase 2 right now, and I'm going to upload this video as I go to bed, and it's coming out for European region in a few hours. North America is already in, having fun playing Phase 2, and for us in EU we have to wait a little bit more, but tomorrow I will be exploring everything Phase 2 related live on stream at kick.com/SolheimTV. You can find the link down below in the pinned comment. Now today I just want to read through what's happening in Phase 2 a little bit. I have made a full video on Phase 2 which I will recap right here as well, but the main thing I want to talk about is this right here. So Blizzard have been teasing that there was some more changes coming to tanks, DPS and healers, shifting up the tank meta in Mythic Plus, and these are those changes. They did some changes last week as well, but that was just like giving you a little taste of what's to come in Phase 2. So in Phase 2, these are the changes. Tanks have had their healing received from other players increased by 10%. That is the only change, but that means tanks have even been buffed, because now they get more healing. For healers, their damage done is increased by 10%, their healing and absorbs are also increased by 10%, health has been increased by 100%, and the damage taken reduced by 33%. For damage healers, your damage done has been increased by 10%, health by 100%, and the damage taken reduced by 33%. And for anybody who wants to have the Bluepost version of this is where that is. Blizzard has also replied to various different threads about Twisted Crusade being way too strong or bugged on tanks and just the whole tank meta, and this is basically their reply. The below Legion Remix changes are now live on NA realms and will be available after weekly resets for other regions. While running a time-worn keystone, Eternals will grant players the following buffs depending on their role. So Gift of Eternus, Slayer, Eternus grants damage dealers 10% increased damage done, 100% increased health, and 33% decreased damage taken. For healers, you have the Savior buff, giving healers 10% increased damage done, 10% increased healing and absorbs, 100% increased health, and 33% decreased damage taken. Then you have the Protector one, and over here, Eternus grants 10% increased healing received from other players to tanks. Now here's the thing, I think this is a good change by the way, and they are making at least DPSers and healers more useful, but the question is, will anybody run healers? I will say DPSers might be way more useful now, especially DPSers that can kind of function as a tank, or are a more solo style gameplay DPS. Think about Windwalker monks, think about Vengeance, or not Vengeance, Havoc Demon Hunters, or even Warriors. I don't know, like anybody who can sustain themselves, heal themselves, solo content, Feral Druids, Boomkins, Feral Druids, Boomkins, Hunters, Warlocks maybe. Anybody who can do a bunch of DPS, solo a boss, or even just do, once again, a bunch of DPS. They have gotten a way more damage done as a DPS, they also have way more health, so if they have a way to heal themselves through leech or any other type of healing, DPSers are going to be way more useful. I will say, for healers, I don't see healers being super in demand, but maybe I'm super crazy. I simply don't know. I feel like this buff overall, it makes DPSers way more useful, especially once again the DPS classes that kind of function as a tank or are good for solo farming, like the ones that I mentioned, Feral Druid, Boomkin, Windwalker Monk, Hunters, and also the one that I'm playing, Havoc Demon Hunter, especially those. And if you have any other classes that you think benefits a lot from this, and now becomes probably meta in Mythic Plus, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Apart from this, I really just want to give you some real quick tips for Phase 2 as well, so let's go into the Achievements tab in-game. Now in Phase 2 there will be 4 brand new Infinite Knowledge you can get. You can currently have 28 in Phase 1, so plus 4 in Phase 2, that's going to be 32 in Phase 2. And you kind of want to get these in a certain order, by the way. Now, for a couple of them, it doesn't really matter, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do, okay? So if you go over to Legion Remix right now, and you go over to Dungeons, over here you can see that Return to Karazhan is a dungeon coming out in Phase 2, which means it's out right now in North America, and coming out very soon in EU as well. This one gives you +1 infinite knowledge when done on heroic or higher difficulty. As you can see here, the wording is heroic difficulty or higher. Then you also have +1 knowledge for doing it on mythic. This means if you blast through mythic, you will get 2 infinite knowledge right off the bat, and this will go really fast. I mean, we have insane powers right now, so 1 regular mythic one is 2 infinite knowledge. After that, you also want to go through the quests, and this is something you might want to work towards, by the way, over some time. This interaction questline becomes available in Phase 2, and this one takes a while. Be prepared to spend at least a couple of hours on this one, so you might want to do a little bit here, a little bit there, and just work on it over time. I will say you kinda want to have it done before you do your mythic raids for the day, or before you start farming Mythic Plus, or alternatively, when you do M+, and when you do your raids, don't use these fragmented mementos, and wait until you have all the infinite knowledge you can have before you spend them. You can simply stockpile these in your bags and pop them when you have 32 infinite knowledge. So once again, recapping so far, you want to do the dungeons, well, 1 dungeon on mythic difficulty for +2 infinite knowledge, then you go over to Suramar, get this one done for +1, and no matter how you do this, by the way, before you do your raids, you want to do a night hold on looking for raid or normal before you do heroic and mythic. And the reason why, that way you are entering mythic and heroic with +1 infinite knowledge, once again giving you more bang for your buck in your heroic and mythic raids. So even if your plan is to do the night hold on mythic or heroic for infinite power, if you really want to min-max, do it on normal first, even if only for the achievement, to get the infinite knowledge beforehand. And once again, if you are a little bit behind, or you have been stockpiling some of the fragmented mementos V-Book challenges and you are a bit behind on infinite knowledge, just don't feel like you have to pop them. Stockpile them in your bags, get all the infinite knowledge you can get, and then start popping the fragmented mementos to get the infinite knowledge. You can simply keep them in your bags, and when you get more knowledge, you pop them, giving you more knowledge for the items you already have. You don't need the power right now, wait a day or two, if that will give you, once again, more infinite knowledge, and giving you more power from these items. Either way, Phase 2 doesn't really bring a whole lot of changes. You will still do a lot of Phase 1 content, so Emerald Nightmare for example on Mythic and Heroic, you will still do Trial of Valor, Mythic and Heroic, and you will still do a bunch of the same Mythic Plus keys. I'm kind of interested to see if they are going to make any big changes to which keys reward what, to spice up the Arcway spamming meta that is currently going on, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Either way, I will once again be streaming my Phase 2 gameplay on Kick, and you can find the link in the pinned comment. Either way, that's it for now. Not gonna waste any more of your time, just wanted to talk about the Bluepost and also give you a quick recap on what to do in Phase 2. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, or I'll see you on Kick.